Let's go Broncos! Big news just dropped that could completely change the future of this team. Sean Payton and the Broncos' front office are shaking things up, setting a bold new direction for the team. They're not just looking to dominate on defense next season, they're also planning to make big moves on offense during the draft. Stick with me, I'll dive into all the details shortly. But first, hit that like button if you believe the Denver Broncos are heading straight to the next Super Bowl. Drop a comment like this: Go Peyton, go Broncos, we believe in you. Now hold on tight. This is one of the most important off seasons we've seen in a long time. Here's the big news. Sean Payton has confirmed a major change in the team's defensive strategy that could catapult the Broncos' defense to the top of the NFL. Last season, they already led the league in sacks and have an elite cornerback in Pat Surtain too. But there were two critical areas that needed attention: inside linebacker and safety. So how does Payton plan to address this? By making a bold move with Drew Sanders, the incredible SEC standout from Arkansas. After spending time switching between edge rusher and inside linebacker last season, Sanders is now officially returning to his natural inside linebacker position. This is huge for a few reasons. Last year, Sanders was working his way back from an Achilles injury, but now he has a chance to fully settle into a role that Payton believes has star potential. And the comparison being made? None other than Zach Bond, the player Payton discovered in New Orleans, who came very close to winning Defensive Player of the Year. If Sanders can follow a similar path, the Broncos might have found a solution to a key issue without having to chase a big-name free agent. The Broncos are setting up for something special. Get ready. There's been some doubt among fans about whether moving Sanders around could slow his development. But hear me out. This could actually be a great opportunity for him. With a full offseason under Vance Joseph's coaching and the chance to play alongside Alex Singleton, Sanders is set up for success. Singleton, a seasoned leader, has been by the team's side through everything, even during his rehab. While some injured players might have pulled away, Singleton stayed engaged, attending games and being a steady presence. That kind of leadership and chemistry will be key in helping Sanders unlock his full potential. But here's the twist. This move doesn't necessarily mean the Broncos are done with linebacker. George Payton has made it clear that while they believe in Sanders, they're still keeping their eyes open for more competition in the position. This could mean adding a veteran presence like Shaq Thompson, someone who can bring both depth and leadership to the team. No matter what, the defense is coming together to become an absolute powerhouse. Now, shifting gears to the offense, this might surprise you. Everyone thought the Broncos would target a running back with their first-round pick, especially Ashton Jeanty from Boise State. But both Payton and Payton dropped some hints at the Combine that they might have a different plan. They pointed out the incredible depth in this year's running back class and even suggested that they might already have their starting running back on the roster. This could be the start of an exciting new chapter for Denver's offense. Stay tuned. This could open the door for players like Jaleel McLaughlin, Audric Esteem, and Tyler Beatty to step into bigger roles than many expected. But if running back isn't the priority, what's next on the Broncos' radar? Well, here's where things get really exciting. The Broncos are reportedly setting their sights on a tight end with their first pick, and they're specifically looking for someone who excels as a pass catcher. Sean Payton has made it clear that he values a tight end's receiving ability first and foremost, with the plan to develop their blocking skills later. This puts players like Colston Loveland from Michigan and Tyler Warren from Penn State squarely in the mix. Both Loveland and Warren were key players in their college teams' passing offenses, and that's exactly the type of production Payton is after. Just imagine the impact this could have on the Broncos' offense. Tight end has been a weak spot for Denver for years, and adding a dynamic, reliable pass catcher could change the entire dynamic. Pairing someone like Loveland with Bo Nix would give the young quarterback a dependable playmaking target right over the middle of the field, a true security blanket. And if that wasn't crazy enough, there's even talk about a potential Rob Gronkowski return. Yes, you heard that right. Reports from the Combine are suggesting that Gronk is currently training at high altitude in Vail, Colorado, and might be considering a comeback to the NFL. His connection with Sean Payton is no secret. They've worked together at Fox Sports, frequently text, and Gronk has spoken highly of Bo Nix. Could this be the ultimate game changer for the Broncos? Time will tell, but this offseason is shaping up to be full of surprises. If Denver were to bring in Gronk on a veteran minimum deal, He wouldn't just be a mentor, he'd be an instant contributor, especially as a run blocker. Now, some might say, isn't Gronk too old? But here's the thing, he's only 5 months older than Travis Kelce, and unlike Kelce, he's had several years to rest and recover from the wear and tear of the NFL. If the Broncos could bring in a veteran leader, a top-tier blocker, and a red zone weapon for a bargain price, I'm all in. This all ties into the bigger picture. This offseason is about building around Bo Nix. Peyton has made it clear. The team has found its franchise quarterback, and now the priority is giving him the weapons he needs to succeed. Whether it's drafting a dynamic tight end in the first round, adding depth at running back, or strengthening the offensive line, every move is being made with one goal in mind, maximizing Nix's potential. And then Peyton's closing words at the Combine gave me chills. He said, "The journey begins and we don't shy away from it. Our expectations are high and we are hungry for more." That kind of confidence and vision is worlds away from where this team was just a year ago. This isn't just talk. This is a team that believes in what they're building. So, Broncos country, what do you think? Do you like the decision to move Drew Sanders back to inside linebacker? Would you be excited about drafting a top-tier tight end? And how wild would it be if Gronk actually came to Denver? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. This offseason is just heating up, and things are about to get wild. Now, let's dive into what all this means for the Broncos as they head into the draft. The front office has made one thing clear. They've got 4 players they're absolutely in love with at pick 20. This approach gives them flexibility. If one of their targets gets picked earlier than expected, they still have other options they feel confident in. It's a smart strategy, especially in a draft that's stacked with talent at critical positions. One of the biggest debates among fans right now is whether Denver should focus on offense or defense with that first pick. On the defensive side, things are already looking strong. Moving Drew Sanders back to inside linebacker plus the potential addition of a veteran safety could make this defense elite. But if the Broncos are truly building around Bo Nix, wouldn't giving him more weapons be the top priority? This is where the tight end conversation gets really interesting. The names linked to Denver, Colston Loveland, Tyler Warren, and even a potential mid-round gem like Harold Fannin have something in common. They weren't just pass-catching tight ends in college. They were central figures in their team's passing game. That's rare. Historically, rookie tight ends often struggle to make an immediate impact, but the Broncos clearly want a player who can contribute right away. Then there's the wild card. What if they go for a top-tier center? The offensive line has been a work in progress, and bringing in a young, elite center could help protect Nix while anchoring the line for years to come. But if Peyton truly believes in his philosophy of get a receiver first, teach him to block later, all signs point to a tight end being the choice. And let's not forget the possibility of a trade. If a player the Broncos are eyeing starts to slide down the board, they have the flexibility to trade up and grab him. The draft is shaping up to be full of exciting possibilities for Denver. Stay tuned. George Paton has proven he's not afraid to make bold moves when he believes in a player. However, with so many needs to fill, trading back and accumulating more picks is also on the table. Now let's talk about something that might fly under the radar but could end up being one of the most interesting moves of the offseason. The Broncos' confidence in their current running back group. When Peyton and Peyton spoke at the Combine, they made sure to praise Audric Esteem, Jaleel McLaughlin, and Tyler Beatty. To me, that signals they're not desperate to draft a running back early, and honestly, it's a smart call. If you look at teams that have had success running the ball in recent years, many didn't spend high draft picks on a running back. So now I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Broncos' offseason strategy so far? Do you like the decision to move Drew Sanders to inside linebacker? Should they go all in on drafting a pass-catching tight end? And how about those Rob Gronkowski rumors? Could we actually see him make a comeback in Denver? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in a long time, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Broncos country, let's ride.